his son about having a gun in his pocket. And he says rather than turn it over, his son opened fire on him.
It was all caught on the family's home security camera, as you saw there. Fox 5's Doug Evans has more on the story now from Coweta County.
Deputies say the surveillance video starts with Mario Clark leaving his father's house, the father behind him pointing a weapon at his son. The father then flinches, ducks, and runs for cover after a shot is fired in his direction. Deputies say the family shootout started when the 26-year-old Mario Clark arrived at his father's house with a gun in his pocket, a gun his father did not want in his house.
So the dad saw the imprint of the gun, which is an outline of the gun, in the son's clothing, and father did not want any firearms at his residence or the son to be in possession of them, so he was trying to disarm his son.
Deputies say when Clark would not surrender the gun, the father retrieved his own weapon. Deputies say the video continues with Mario Clark running back into frame, sprinting toward his father and firing shots. They say the father returned fire in an obvious fight for his life. The father then called 911.
Our patrol deputies were able to make contact with the male outside of the residence and were able to detain him. He still had the firearm on him at that time.
Deputies say the father acted in self-defense and is not facing charges. Not so for his son. Mario Clark was booked in here to the Coweta County Jail on a charge of aggravated assault. In Coweta County, Doug Evans, Fox 5 News.
All right, shalom, shalom. It's the brother Rayat Rakal from the Cleveland branch, GMS. Coming back at you with another quick lesson through the power and spirit of the Most High and the Son, who this present evil world calls God and Jesus Christ. But in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, we would know the Father as Yahweh, which means He exists. And we would know the Son as Yahweh Shai, which means He saves or He's the deliverer for the nation of Israel. And the nation of Israel consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native, and Seminole Indians on your father's side, because according to the book of Numbers, you are what you are according to your father's lineage. But before I get into this quick lesson, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kodash. I'm going to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, love, salutations to the Akim that's lifting up the name Yahweh Wash and Yahweh Shah with all truth and all sincerity. Now, what you just saw on the screen was a so-called Negro and his father, man, who are Israelites according to the Bible. And the son had a pistol in his pocket. And the father say, hey, I don't want no guns in my house. So what do the son do, man? The son pulls out his pistol and start shooting at his father, man. But that's all Bible prophecy. But what the father didn't do was what the scriptures say. So before I get this Mathew, I'm going to get this Proverbs. Let me see. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22. And I think it's verse 6. Yeah, it says, train up a child in the way that he should go. And when he is old, he would not depart from it. And when you look up that word child, it's talking about man. So you supposed to train up your children in his word, man. You feel me? From a child. It says, train up a child in the way that he should go. And when he is old, he would not depart from it. So if you train your child up in the scriptures and knowing that he's an Israelite, what? He's going to be born into a king mind mentality. But when you raise your children in these streets and on that thug shit, I mean, hey, man, you got monsters, man. Let me see. Well, this is what we supposed to do. I think that's Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Let me see. Words, teaching diligence. Yeah, okay. This is Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart. Verse 7 is the point. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. You're supposed to teach these words, these laws, these statutes, and these commandments to your children, and shall talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and thou shalt be frontlets between thy eyes, man. You're supposed to teach the word, teach your children how to live, you feel me? But our people don't know nothing about this, man. Our people are all the way gone. That's why these other nations look at us like nothing, man, because our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. Like the scriptures say. They say, Jeremiah 4:22, our people are sottish children, man. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have what? No knowledge, man. Our people have no knowledge. They have no self-control. They just brute beasts, man. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I have come to send peace on earth. And if this was a red letter Bible, these words would be in red, because this is our Lord and Savior, our big brother talking, man, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. Matthew 10:34. Think not that I have come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. And a sword just represents a weapon or any instrument of cruelty or death. It says, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father. Variance is difference, man. And the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's foes shall be they of his own house, man. Flat out, man. And that's exactly what you're saying, man. Bible prophecy unfolding right in front of your eyes, man. Right in front of your eyes. That's what you see going on. Let me read it again. This is Matthew 10:34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. And ain't no peace on earth, man. Everything's crazy. Everything's out of control. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father. And that's what you saw, man. He put out a gun and was shooting at his father, man. Come on, man. Who does that? And the daughter against her mother-in-law. And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's foes, and the foe is an enemy, shall be those of his own household. Simple as that, man. Simple as that. Oh, let me get that Deuteronomy, and I'm going to close up with that. Deuteronomy 28:54. Because on the flip side, this Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and towards his wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children that he shall leave. But this man didn't leave his child. You feel me? This man's child was 26 years old, still living in his household. You feel me? When you're 26, you're supposed to fend for yourself and have your own household, have your own job, have your woman, your children. You feel me? But no, not in this case. So that was just something quick through the spirit, man. I hope it was edifying through the power spirit of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakar Kwadash. On to the next one, Awath La Babal.